Hey everyone, I wanted to come on to personally introduce our new lifestyle series called Crowns in Style. Crowns in Style is all about everyday women and their crown and their style. So check it out. We really want to feature more women all across the United States, all across the world, that are just doing amazing things, and you'll see when you watch the episode. So if you like it, let us know. If you want to be featured, let us know. If you know a woman who should be featured, also let us know so we can keep this series going. Thank you. Black and sexy, baby.
Black and sexy, baby.
My name is Stacey Amon Yeldell, and I am passionate about creating.
My name is Smiles Davis, and I am passionate about music and the arts.
My name is Kalia Frazier. I'm passionate about the human body.
I am a DJ, producer, curator. I was a dancer for 14 years. Towards the end of my dancing career, I decided as a hobby that I would take up DJing. It was something that I always wanted to learn. I had a few influences in my life that were doing it professionally, and I was really inspired by that. So I started DJing for friends. I would do these little house parties or these birthday parties, these small gigs, and quickly turned into bigger gigs, and opening up for Erykah Badu and Janelle Monáe and Bruno Mars. And I was like, okay, I can quit my day job. I think this is going to turn into something, and it did. I travel extensively. I've been to 4 continents, 20 countries, 37 states. Each time I step over the threshold into a new place, I discover something new, not only about myself, but about the place where I'm going. And I incorporate a lot of my world travels in my sets. So I play a lot of world music and funk and soul and Motown and classic hip hop and pop and top 40. About 3 years ago, I met this woman, Dana Takako, and we started throwing events around LA. Some were just like acoustic shows. They would do a super stripped back show for maybe 40 or 50 people. That turned into something really beautiful we weren't expecting, where it went from 40 to 60 people, and now 100 and 200 people are trying to show up to get in the living room. And for a short period of time, that expanded into like a warehouse setting where we were doing it for 350 people. We were not interested in turning it into a corporation, and we felt like in order to really maintain the energy and the beauty of the event, we had to bring it back to a house. So on my birthday, Dana was like, we have to do an event at your house. Like, it's only a place that makes sense. I don't think I've ever been so like touched by having so many people, recognizable faces in one room, really like celebrating my life. And to have that in collaboration with this event that I've been nurturing with Dana for the past 3 years was really special.
I'm passionate about awakening my own creativity and then being inspired to help others awaken their creativity. So my very first instrument that I started playing was cello. I'm a cellist first. I wound up with the cello because I wanted to play the bass, and they told me I was too little, so I took on the cello. The cello was wonderful. It gave me a foundation. I'm a classical musician because of the cello. And what was interesting, though, was that I was also a rapper at the same time, and I started rhyming because I was bullied, and that was the only way that I could basically find my voice. The other thing that happened with that was that I realized that when I was on stage, people liked me. And it was like, oh, when I'm on stage, I make friends. And that was a really good thing at first. But what it happened with that, what it did was it actually planted a seed that started when I was really little, that that performance, I had to perform to feel worthy. I was putting all of my self-worth outside of myself. So by the third failed record contract, which was probably in my early 20s, really, really spiraled me out, and it sent me into probably the darkest days of my entire life. And what I had to do in that time was I had to find a way to survive. And I knew that I had to create, because it's like I have to create or I'll die. Like I knew that I had to find a way to be creative. So I heard about music therapy. I didn't really know what it was, but it just sounded like something I needed at the time, for sure. And so I went and auditioned at New York universities for their master's program. They accepted me, and I began this journey. And what was amazing about this journey was that from the very first day I walked in the classroom, I knew that these people were going to help me to remember why. At 10 years old, I picked a pen up for the first time. What music therapy did for me, and what going into therapy through music therapy also did for me, was it really helped me to realize that I do not need to ever place my sense of self-worth outside of myself. That when I do that, I've set myself up. So I've learned how to self-validate through my own creativity. And so that's informed my passion to assist other people with that. See my garden grow. Yeah. One of the things that I am also passionate about is doing workshops with women as it relates to empowerment and working with women to unlock their voices. Every year I take a creative retreat somewhere that's beautiful and exotic and tropical. And so I just picked up a few new instruments, and it was just, I felt like it was a really great time to do this workshop and to really focus the workshop on finding the voice. And it was important that we started with the drum and with the call and response, because with the call and response, it really doesn't give the person a chance to think about it. You know, it's just say what I say, and it's playful. And what play does is it immediately gets people out of their heads. And so it's just a good icebreaker. It stimulates the inner child. And when the inner child comes out to play, then the mind can rest. You can't solve a problem on the level in which it was created. And that's Albert Einstein. So the point of the mindfulness meditation is to, once we have played music and sang and stuff has come up, let's go into this altered state. Let's go into this place of stillness where they're guided into this space. From the meditation, there was insight. There was revelation. There were realizations that came forth, and they were in a position of power at that point.
I'm a choreographer, dancer, instructor, and I'm really passionate about the way our bodies move, how we adapt to things, how the human body adapts to different stressors, but also mentally how we think and how we can allow ourselves to do certain things or restrict ourselves from doing certain things, and how that in turn is translated through movement. So I teach bar, and that's a ballet-based cardio or toning class. Zumba, it's a dance cardio centered around kind of Latin, or not necessarily Latin, world music, using physical cues to direct the class. For air, I teach the foundations class. I think more of what am I trying to take my students, what kind of journey are they going on today? We have a POW, or a pose of the week. So I start thinking about that pose and what are the steps to get them to that ultimate pose. And if it's more of a challenging pose, what are the modified versions of it and how can I get them there? What I love about the air class and the studio and the community that we've created there is that the type of women it isn't one thing. It's a big range of women, and not necessarily women. Everyone's welcome in the air space. It's usually a lot of women. They're all learning about their bodies and what they're able to do. So yeah, I think the class today was really successful. I was happy with the turnout. Everyone was up for it, just down to try it and down to play. I think that's kind of, I love that word. Like, playing is how I want people to approach every class. You don't have to be a master at anything. I just want you to come and feel like I'm providing you a space to play and let go and get a good workout.
My hair is always evolving.
What I love most about my hair is its uniqueness. There's signature.
My hair journey has been kind of up and down. The more that I just do it and let it do its own thing, the more I love it.
When I was young, my mother used to perm my hair. Probably not as much as like some of my peers. I don't really think I was ever fully comfortable with my hair, especially when it was straight. I just always felt like I looked so generic and like I was blending in, or like I was trying to look like I wasn't black. And I was probably 15. I was at home in Michigan and I hadn't had my hair straight in a really long time. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna straighten my hair. And I used a hot iron to straighten my hair, and my aunt was like, what are you doing? That's so not the look for a young lady. You should be embracing your fro. And she really encouraged me to be the image that I had seen in my head, which was I didn't like the straight hair. I was doing it because I thought it was cool. And I quickly did away with that. So I haven't actually had my hair processed since I was probably 16.
Throughout high school, junior high school, I had a relaxer, I had a perm, and I chose to go natural while I was studying abroad in Ghana. Some of the other young women in my college were venturing into natural hair freedom, and I was like, I think I want to do it. So I went from twisting with extensions or braiding with extensions and then just letting it grow out from there. And it's definitely taken some time. I grew it out pretty big, then I ended up cutting the sides short. I didn't like that. I ended up cutting more of the top off, and I added some color, and that kind of damaged my hair. And I guess the hair that I have now is probably about 2.5 years of regrowth. I love it. It's fun, and I can do a lot with it. And you know, it's mine. And what I love about kinky hair is not everyone has kinky hair.
So I've always had a natural. Even when I was younger and I went through my phases of asymmetrical, you know, kind of hairdos, they were always just blowouts. Whenever I tried to straighten my hair, meaning blow it out, it was always a huge ordeal because my hair is so curly. What's interesting about my hair is that I have cut my hair off about 5 times in my life, meaning all the way off, like, you know, like shear my hair. And I love my hair when it's short. I actually have my hair short more than it's been long in my adult life. But my favorite thing about it is that it's just uniquely me. I love the fact that I don't have to do anything to my hair, that what you see is exactly what God gave me. And I think that there's something really sweet about that.
My style is comfortable, natural fibers and fabrics.
My style is very free.
I always look like I just came off of an airplane from some tropical place, and I decided to stay another day.
I enjoy things that make me feel and look extremely feminine, and then I also enjoy clothes that have a bit more of an androgynous feel. I've discovered that there's a way to incorporate just like a little tiny bit of sexy in with like a classic look. I love things that are sheer. I love things that are sequins. I love, you know, bright, beautiful, elaborate fabrics and things that look like you couldn't have just gotten it anywhere. Things that are vintage. I have a lot of vintage pieces. I would say half my closet is vintage. Try to look as different as possible. I love a good pair of heels, a good pair of wedges. I have a few go-to sneakers that I like, and boots are always fantastic. I have a lot of jeans. I wear a lot of jeans. And dresses, you can't go wrong with dresses. I think every woman needs to have at least like 3 go-to gowns in their closet that they can pull out. They need to go to a banquet or an award show. I try to always look sharp no matter where I'm going. Presenting yourself in your best light is actually very important here in LA.
As you can see, I love color. My favorite things that I have in here are the pieces that I got from Bali. So these are the little pantsuits that they sell on the side of the street there. And it's actually the same thing I have on. And because I love them so much, I bought like 10 of them. Also, what's important to me, not just with colors, it's fabric, it's movement, it's flow, it's being able to move in my clothes. I don't feel like feeling like I'm stuffed in things. I love color. Color to me is the way that we see energy. The way you see emotion is through color. So whatever color I'm wearing, it is in some way connected to me on an emotional level. So this is absolutely my favorite pair of shoes. They actually tighten in here and then they tie in a bow. These are from Bahia, Brazil. And these I love because they have a really big platform, but also I love these geometric shapes because these are my exact tone of my skin. When I wear these, particularly with like a shorter dress, it elongates the leg. For me, it's definitely not about cost or money. I feel like luxury is a state of mind, a state of being, and it's really about how I feel in my clothes rather than how much money I spend for them.
My style is comfortable. In my closet, you can find lots of basic black tops. I like to dress to suit the way I think I'm suiting my frame, and I'm pretty lean, so I tend to, when I go out, wear like black on top and some fun patterns or colors down bottom. But then I also do like fun tops, so you'll find some cute kind of floral print blouses, jeans, mostly jeans, and easy cotton dresses. And if it's not a cotton dress, then it's probably a romper, like a one piece, easy fits. Well fitted. I'm small, so I don't like to wear things that make me look baggy or sloppy or loose. So these animal print platform going out shoes are one of my favorites. These are super fun. They're just high and they're still comfortable. So I like to wear them with some jeans. I like to wear kind of boot cut jeans. And I've had these shoes for about 1.5 years and I've clearly worn them to the ground. But I love this animal print and they're honestly one of the most comfortable pairs of sneakers I've ever owned. These have memory foam and they feel super nice, so I wear these a lot when I'm going out and I don't want to get too done up, but I still feel kind of like classy or cute. I wear a lot of sneakers and heels when I'm going out. The flat in between.
Baby, we can take it slow. I'm riding on your wave. You already know. Don't go complicate. We gon' be okay. Baby, we can take it slow. Baby, we can take it slow. Baby, we can take it slow. I'm riding on your wave. You already know. Don't go complicate. We gon' be
Black and sexy, baby.